Welcome back to the Urban Ranch version 2.0. Well, let's talk about ventilation, and I mean serious ventilation. You see, everyone likes to focus on making their home as insulated as possible to improve heating and cooling efficiency. And that isn't a bad thing for sure, but what insulating a home really does well is that it makes the home tight. I mean the big cracks and old windows, as you can see here in the Urban Ranch version 1.0. These were just a few of the original windows and doors in the home. Now I ask that you look beyond the cute kid with his eyes barely above the windowsill, or Claire and Whitney getting some video time here, but rather focus your attention on the old, dilapidated windows, doors, and overall lack of insulation in this 170-year-old home. Okay, so now bringing you up to speed on Urban Ranch version 2.0, in which the entire home has been spray foam insulated, new windows and doors, an entirely brand new roof system. So bam, we're working with a real tight space now, which again is great for heating and cooling. But how does a really tight home impact cooking? Well, that's where makeup air comes into play. What is makeup air, you ask? Well, makeup air is designed to, quote, make up the air in your interior space that has been removed due to process exhaust fans. This type of HVAC solution pulls in fresh tempered air from outside your building to replace existing air that cannot be recirculated. Kitchen ventilation hoods are essential to help in removing the fumes and carbon monoxide. So if your ventilator above your gas range or cooktop is over 400 CFMs, you need makeup air, which means you must bring outside air back into the home to restore the inside air pressure balance. In the Urban Ranch, we've chosen to install a 48-inch wolf range with 24-inch griddle. This sucker can really cook, and with that make some serious smoke and hot air. So over top of that range is a 52-inch wolf range hood that will be pulling 900 CFMs or cubic feet per minute. That's a lot of air that's going to be pulling to the outside world. Almost enough to suck Whitney up, so we'll have to make sure to keep her away from the kitchen when we're cooking. Well, I'm just kidding. So with all that much air being pulled outside and the entire house being as tight as it is, we need to pull air into the home to make up for this. So where do we pull it from? We'd like to think it'd be easy, but it's never that way on the Urban Ranch. You see, we don't want any air intake vents visible from 5th Street or Beck Street. So these are the most highly visible sides of the home, and no one wants to see vents if you don't have to. So we naturally thought about putting them on the north side of the home, except this is where the 4 HVAC units, generator, gas meter, air intake and exhaust for the 2 tankless hot water heaters are located, and the range exhaust. That is a lot to jam into one exterior wall of a home. Multiply that fact with the required minimum distances each of these intakes and exhausts can be within other items. For example, you can't have an air intake within so many feet of a generator exhaust, right? You don't want exhaust fumes being pulled into the home. Not a good idea. So the next logical decision was to look up, way up. The Urban Ranch has 5 chimneys on it, each with several flues, and since we're only going to be utilizing 2 of those flues for burning in fireplaces, we thought it made complete sense to take fresh air from way up high. Thus, the B7 crew contrived a way to line 2 of the flues in the north chimney with stainless tubes, and then connect them in the basement into one makeup line. You can see the guys doing the work here. That being one of the long tubes. They're going to bring that through that wall in the north here in this image. You can see the guys working. We're going to get a close-up shot of that here in just a second. We're actually going to bring it down through that fireplace, which that fireplace, the fire box will be covered over. However, the brick of that fireplace will actually be exposed in the kitchen. And we can see that work being done here. Here as they pull that stainless liner down through the flue. You can see even the homeowner gets into it, helping pull a little bit there. All right, one down, another one to come now. So this is a look from the basement. That's Benson NG right there, owner of B7. He's getting in on the action today too. So that's the second of those liners. Again, we needed 2 in order to be able to pull the amount of air we needed. You can see this is the finished product. Those 2 liners coming in to this one main duct line. that comes over to the main HVAC unit in the basement here with a big elephant truck line on that. So again, hope you enjoy Urban Ranch version 2.0 in these videos. As we like to say, there's always more to come on Urban Ranch version 2.0.